This video will not have Q&A unless for some reason Spirit prompts me to do Q&A. Let's see if I can get it to work. There we go. Battery saver's on. Alright, hang on just a second. I'm just gonna have to get the cord. Excuse me, I'm not dressed. This reading has been gnawing at me since about 2:30 this morning. So I can't keep putting it off any longer. If I can get the computer to work, okay. I have a 22 beside my bed, a gun, and I can't stop looking at it. It's just horrible, intrusive thoughts that I've been having all night. And I'm going to do this reading on with the computer. I see and hear me. I'm going to fight to get this one out. I can already tell you that, because of the type of energy that I'm getting for the reading. The moon in Scorpio began here at 7:54. Scorpio intensity paired with moon brings forth joyful passion, desires, and a wide array of emotions felt intensely at a personal level. And that's what I'm experiencing. I've been grieving the loss of my husband very deeply this morning. Scorpio moon motivates us to dig deep into the things to bring reality to the surface, because accepting fickle and superficial things is always a big no for us. It is your moment of truth and an excellent opportunity to destroy the shackles of old fears and limitations. During this passionate time, you should refrain from manipulations, betrayals, and brooding. Because of your volatile emotions, mental health and peace should be seriously considered to avoid emotional damages. And see, that's what I've been feeling all night. People might perceive you as duplicitous and horny, but the truth is, when you choose someone as a partner, you stay loyal to them for a lifetime. You're a real peacemaker during this transit. Whenever you encounter any obstacle during this period, your mantra should be to face it gracefully. Your diplomacy and negotiation will make you win situations that everyone else might elude because of fear of failure. The moon in Scorpio supports financial stability, psychological examinations, and self-assessments to discard the outdated things and old habits for embracing transformation and newness of life. Here is our Scorpio. Remember, I've been telling you there's a transformation coming in Scorpio. Here it is. Here it is. All right, the song that I got is Whiskey Lullaby, and I'm going to get that up for you. It's a very intense song by Alison Krauss and Brad Paisley. She put him out like the burning end of a midnight cigarette. I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi back on. There will be 2 readings today. There will be another one right after this. It's already been posted for the notification. She put him out like the burning end of a midnight cigarette. She broke his heart. He spent his whole life trying to forget. We watched him drink his pain away, little at a time. But he could never get drunk enough to get her off his mind until that night. He put that bottle to his head and pulled the trigger and finally drank away her memory. Life is short, but this time it was bigger. And the strength he had to get up off his knees. We found him with his face down in the pillow, with a note that said, "I'll love her till I die." And when we buried him beneath the willow. The angels sang a whiskey lullaby. La 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 la. The rumors flew, but nobody knew how much she blamed herself. For years and years, she tried to hide the whiskey on her breath. She finally drank her pain away a little at a time, but she never could get drunk enough to get him off her mind. Until that night, she put the bottle to her head and pulled the trigger and finally drank away his memory. Life is short, but this time it was bigger than the strength she had to get up off her knees. We found her face down in the pillow, clinging to his picture for dear life. We laid her next to him beneath the willow while the angels sang a whiskey lullaby. La 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 la. Oh, remember yesterday it said in our reading that we were going to have grief as our outcome. And surely we are having grief as our outcome. Some of you may know Cheryl, my moderator, that lives near me. She lost her nephew yesterday. Please keep her in your prayers. Oh, okay. So what we have here is we have someone who has a drinking or alcohol or drug problem. We all know how that happens. You think you can try it just once and it won't be like that for you. And then it turns out to be like that for you. And then there's no turning back. You spend your whole life trying to turn it back. And I've said this before on the channel. Sometimes there are certain parts of our brain that once we trigger it, it can't be untriggered. And that's a part of your brain that's the pleasure center. And things that give you pleasure can drive you to your grave if you overindulge in them. Especially if you already struggle with mental illness, like depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, things of that nature. And then when you put the drugs on top of that and self-medicate, it causes an even more severe reaction. And that's what I feel is happening in this situation. I don't even know how to start. Alright, Spirit, show me how you're working. That didn't take long. Higher level commitment of some sort. This is a contract that we sign. This can be a church. This can be an institution of some sort. A place where you have to go, a hospital. Anything higher level. I don't know because I haven't pulled anything else. Strength is on the bottom of the deck. What's the energy to overcome here? May I see, please? Spirit guides that have been with me, help me with this reading. Angels, thank you so very much. The Magician came out in reverse. So there is some tough stuff to overcome here. This is someone who is not who they really are. They're manipulative, cunning, baffling, and they're constantly causing themselves to have wheels, karmic cycles. What's going to pull it together? You, the High Priestess, Scorpio, you're here. So we have Taurus with Gemini, Scorpio, and a cycle that's not ended for some reason. Alright, Spirit, talk to me about how this happened. Spirit said to use the T. Oh, right out of the gate, Spirit, really. Alright, show me how this happened. I'm going to pull rocks on these in a minute. The dirty offer and no facts. All I can hear is that song in my head that I just read you the words to. It's in the description box, and there's a lot more songs in there that you can go in and listen to, okay? Somebody had no facts and fake accounts. Like, these fake accounts were really fake accounts. They ain't shit, and they don't have any facts. Alright, show me how this happened. It's like they're saying, you have no idea. Show me how this happened. Somebody was planning on moving. Getting out of wherever they are. They might be planning on moving now. Or they may have been moving. Somebody was moving, okay? What's being hidden? That somebody hates it that you're happy. They can't stand your happiness. Alright, and what's being shown? That they're a thief. They steal. They robbed, lost, theft, physical or emotional. Somehow they stole from you. You were moving, they hated it that you weren't going to be happy, so they stole from you. What's going to happen next, or what did happen next? Somebody was wasting time. They were cleaning up after a romantic love affair. So you were cleaning yourself up and getting out of this affair that you were having. So you were planning on moving is what it's looking like. And you couldn't get your money together. You were not able to get whatever you considered a jackpot. Alright, show me how this happened further. Show me. It's time for anal came out. Examining a matter a little deeper. Or somebody could have been an asshole because we have this magician here. You knew what was going on the whole time. Alright, what else caused this besides examining or being, what was the anal? What's that? It could have been same sex. Oh, you wouldn't have sex with this person. So they wanted to have anal sex with you and you were like, I'm not having sex with you. This could have been two men. What's being hidden? You're on the same team and you think you have them all figured out, but you don't. Alright, and what's being shown? Whoa, what's being shown? Oh, there we go. That it isn't personal and somebody was trying to control everything. Alright, so what happened next? There we go. Do you really love them? You had to ask yourself, do I even love this person? It's not that serious, came out in reverse, and so you weren't taking their calls because this was very serious. So somebody that cared about you, you didn't know if they loved you, so you weren't taking their calls. You had unplugged your phone, or your phone had died. I don't know, something like that. Alright, show me more intuitively about how this happened. You wanted to be alone and you were fighting it. The harder I try to resist, the weaker I seem to be. Remember they were drinking themselves? They were alone and they were fighting some kind of urge. What's being hidden? That family is not for you, but it's in reverse. So there's a family that cares a lot about you, but you won't let them, or they won't care about you or something. What's being shown? That you want your freedom, but it's just not the right time. Why is it not the right time? You remember you were moving. You felt like you had no way out here. So what's going to happen next? Or you feel that way now? Your healing is here and self-pleasing is here. That can be a card of like being self-centered. You need to heal from your self-centeredness and your partying. No kidding. Spirit is saying it's time to stop wallowing in self-pity. You couldn't heal from it, though. Somebody couldn't heal from their self-centeredness. They wasted a lot of time. Anything else we need to know here? They will call in reverse. So they wouldn't call. And look, they were also doing things secretively, keeping secrets from everybody, making silent moves. They felt like there was no way out and they couldn't get out of this in time. So they couldn't heal and they wouldn't call. So what happens? There's people that are going to be in denial. And what are they in denial about? Forgetting and practicing forgiveness. That I can drink you off my mind, that I can forget about you, and I have the ability, I feel desperate now. This has caused somebody a lot. They're pretending. Oh. Okay. Now, I'm going to pull tarot on this, but I'm going to use Murder of Crows instead of the regular deck. And some of these have to be read because they're very, very deep cards. I'm going to leave one of these. I'm going to leave them both. I'm going to put them in the middle of the deck as wild cards. It's always good to have a wild card when you read tarot. Alright, why is the Hierophant here? Because of the Ace of Wands and the World in reverse. This over here. Somebody could have been angry. They were probably fighting this desire. The World again in reverse, and the Queen of Cups. We have this High Priestess vibe, this Cups vibe. The Queen of Hearts. No, wait. What is this? Hold on. Hold up. That's what I'm saying. These cards are different. This is the Empress. This is the Empress right here. Okay. The Empress and the World in reverse. So this could involve somebody's mother. Oh, help me, Spirit. Help me, Spirit. Help me. Alright. Why is the Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? May I see, please? If I have time, I'll be happy to answer questions. Just don't post them until I tell you. Alright, this is a Knight of Pentacles. And he came out in reverse. So this person was basically stuck in a ditch. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles, when he's upright, is not really moving anywhere. He's coming up with a strategy of where he wants to go. He moves really slow. But this Knight is upside down. So he can't move at all. He's stuck. I mean, like, he can't. He felt stuck. This Hierophant had him feeling stuck. This could be someone who's in legal trouble or in some kind of higher level commitment like probation or marriage where they just feel like there's no way out. Alright, what was this? Why is the Magician in reverse? This is that. Okay, wild card is already turned over. And I didn't put it in upside down. And then we have the Queen of Swords. So somebody was manipulating, and so something happened. And this was like, you're not going to keep doing this. Clarify what happened. What's going on with the manipulation? The Two of Cups came out. It had to do with a relationship that somebody was in. It could have been a tumultuous relationship for somebody. Why is the Two of Cups here? Because that's what wouldn't end. That relationship. Remember Whiskey Lullaby? And the Five of Swords is here. So there was a lot of fighting in this relationship. These two people fought all the time. Alright, why is the High Priestess here? Because of the Nine of Cups in reverse. intuitively, you knew this was going to be horribly disappointing. You knew that this was not going to turn out well for whoever this is down here. But that's what's going to pull it together, is you already knew it wasn't going to turn out well. Your psychic abilities were telling you this is not going to turn out well. How did it turn out? Why is the Nine of Cups? Why are you disappointed? Ten of something. Oh, another card. Look, oh, it's a 9. A 9 in reverse. This is the Hermit, I think. Let me look him up. I think that's the Hermit. I think you were soul searching about this, Scorpio. Virgo's here with you, I think. But let me double check. These cards are so much different. That's a 9. Is the Hermit 9? Strength. Yep, the Hermit. That's what I thought. Okay. And then we have the 2 of Wands, I think, here. No. This looks like Judgment. That's a 20. Is 20 Judgment? That's the Libra vibe. A lot of major arcanas coming out in this. The Devil. In the darkened halls of the demon lord Malthus, the night closes in around you, binding you to what is before and behind you. Now the world is only what you can feel, what you can touch and taste. You hear only what the shadow whispers to you. There is much pleasure to be found here where the senses dominate, but the shadow uses your pleasure and relief to forge a golden chain that imprisons your free will. The longer you listen, the harder it is to block out the sounds, the harder it will be to regain your own mind. And see, that's what was happening to me and why I had to go ahead and do this reading, because of this Devil. Because it was doing that to me. And I was like, oh no, you're not. Oh no, you're not. Why is the World in reverse? Because there's the Moon. And the 5 of Wands in reverse. So it's like somebody gave up. They couldn't fight anymore. They couldn't fight the darkness anymore, so they had to give up. The 9 of Swords. In reverse, it was just all too much. The constant worry, what's going to happen if this doesn't change, was all too much. Anything else we need to know? What were you soul searching about? That Devil. I can't make it up. The Devil. You knew this was happening. The 3 of Wands. Looking for the perfect opportunity for what? What were you looking for? This Scorpio was looking for. You were looking for, oh wow, the Empress is here with the Knight of Wands. So you were looking for a way to rescue this person, but you just did not know how to rescue them. You do not know how to rescue them. And this is the King of Pentacles. Wait, what is this? That's the Knight. This is the King. I think that might be the King. These cards are so different. They got symbols on them. Let me see what the symbols represent. Pages, Knights, Queens, King. What are the symbols? Anyway, this is a deck that was designed by Carl Jung's theories. It's a very powerful deck of cards. I think I have it right. I don't know the symbols though of all of these cards. It has a glossary and it's in all kinds of languages. Okay, here we go. That's a knight. This is a king. Okay. I see the difference now. So this is a king of pentacles right here. Somehow there's a king of pentacles involved in this. And what was this knight struggling with in this Hierophant? Oh, wow. But yeah, death-like ending. He wanted to show love so desperately, but he was trapped. He was trapped in a prison of his own mind. This is about your mental health. There's a tower on the bottom of the deck. Clarify the tower. There's the High Priestess with strength. And there's that Knight of Pentacles upright. So whatever's going on here is going to bring this Knight of Pentacles to strength. Use your intuition and temperance. They lost their control. They lost control. Remember our song. These cards are so deep. Somebody's struggling with addiction and mental health. And it involves a relationship that's very tumultuous. A lot of fighting on again, off again. And it's not leading anywhere good, I can tell you that. It's leading you to the moon and not being able to fight it. That's a dark place when you can't fight addiction or mental health problems. Please take care of your mental health. This moon is encouraging you to take care of your mental health. Okay, so let's find out what we need to know here. Show me how that knight... Oh, card fell out. Somebody is receptive. All right, let's pull some rocks. Let's pull some rocks right quick. Why is the Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? Because of joy, honor, and joy again. Wow. So something brought this person a lot of joy, but they were stuck in it. All right, why is the Magician here? They had honor because of a dream, courage, trust, and your family. So this person was manipulating their family and the trust. And this caused someone to have a lot of courage. And they were having to dream. They may have been having dreams. Why is the High Priestess here? This moon is notorious for having dreams. Because of your freedom, a commitment. And see, we have freedom here. And having hope. So this person was intuitively knowing there was none, but wanting desperately for someone to have freedom, hope, and a commitment. Maybe to be committed to like a psychiatric place or a rehabilitation. Why is the World on the bottom of the deck? May I see, please? Because of somebody's kindness, being an inspiration, and being your friend. So maybe this isn't going to end badly because somebody's going to be kind, inspire you, and be your friend. Because let me tell you, for everybody, this hasn't ended badly. It's for some of you, this being upside down is going to lead you to a lot of happiness and honor. But right now, the energy to overcome is this manipulation, and you're fighting it. It's like you're trying to do it alone. Spirit says you cannot do this alone. This requires togetherness. It requires your family. It requires your freedom. You have to be committed to your freedom and to having hope. If you're not going to have a commitment to your freedom and hope, you're going to stay stuck in this horrible place where you're addicted. And see, right now, you want your freedom. What's being shown is that you have it, but not the right time because there's no escape. So you don't actually have it. It's like you have it, but you don't have it, if you understand what I'm saying. Some of y'all understand what I'm saying. You're trying to do this alone, and you can't do this alone. You have to have the support of your family. You are moving. Somebody hates it that you're happy. They stole from you. They wasted time. They were constantly made. And you were with this tumultuous. You didn't even know if you really loved them, but it was serious because of the trouble that you two were causing. Been in trouble a lot together. And it was a constant addictive battle. Show me a little bit more about how this happened. Somebody was going to the gym. Somebody was a hater. And they were trying not to make bad choices. Oh my God. Spirit, please help me. Somebody has red hair. Spirit, I need your help. You were trying to stop making bad choices. You were a hater and you were going to the gym. What was being hidden, or what is being hidden? That you were expecting a new beginning. And see, somebody hated it that you wanted to be happy. You could have even been expecting a baby. What's being shown? That was being hidden. That you made a fake apology, that somebody's a bugaboo, and that you're depressed. We saw that the other day. And that you don't know the tea. Why don't you know the tea? That you don't know that this is how about somebody being a copycat. What's the tea about the copycat? That they're having a private relationship, fighting for what they love, but not keeping a promise. What promise are they not keeping? That I hate nothing about you and I won't get caught up cheating. And so what's going to happen next? Somebody's total drama in action. Why? Because of a pregnancy test and being promiscuous. And see, that's why there's a new beginning that they're expecting. And then somebody's recording, announcing, or revealing this. I don't know who I'm talking to, but this is a very specific message for somebody. And somebody's guides and ancestors would not let me sleep last night until I got this message to you. I don't know who you are. Alright, so let's see. What is it that you want us to know here? What would this person say? I almost got burned on that candle. The one that was wanting to have joy and honor, what would they say here? I find you so attractive. And what would the other person say back? I want to make amends. So they wanted to make things right with you. All right, and what did you say to them about that? They were saying they were sorry. They were like, you're so beautiful, and I want to make amends. I don't know what comes next. And I would do it all again. So this person has no regrets. They saying, you're beautiful. I don't know what comes next, but I would do every bit of this again. And this one's over here saying, I want to make this right. Why do you want to make it right? Because I'm so happy with you and I am recovering. Look at there. Somebody's in recovery. That's why. Okay, so you may be involved with some kind of organization, church, or something like that that's keeping you clean. Whatever you're involved in this commitment is keeping you clean. And there's hope for your freedom in this commitment. But you got to stop manipulating and dealing with this person. This person that you're in this relationship with is affecting your recovery. I hide my feelings also. See, they hide things. What are they hiding? Spirit said, get another deck. You didn't see my tears. That's why I was crying. A daydream about a life with you, but I can't be with you came out in reverse. So yes, you can. You just choose not to. All right, where's the other deck? What would this person say? What is it that they were saying? I can't even remember. You didn't see my tears. And there was something else. What else would they say here? What else would be said here? There's something darker going on. You were right in reverse. So this person would say you were not right. Alright, what would you say to that? They would say you were wrong, basically. Or you were right, but they're not admitting you were right. I was hurt by you, and my life is a mess right now, and no shit. So this person won't admit that you were right, but you would say, hey, look, you hurt me, and my life is a mess. I'm trying to recover. I'm happy with you, and I want us to make this right, but I have to recover here. All right, and what would the other person say, the one that said you will write in reverse? Maybe they're saying you will write in the past. I have childhood trauma, and I don't know where to start. Okay, this one's the one that's struggling. This one looks like they're doing okay. So where do you start? Why do I feel this way? So you start assessing your feelings and why you feel that way. Life without you is hopeless, dark, and depressing. I miss your light, and I wish I could be fully honest with you. People don't believe in me. So someone in your life is no longer there, and it causes you to be depressed, to have that darkness. And why don't you be honest? Will this pain ever stop? And how could you ever forgive me for the mess I've made? What if you could be honest? What would you say? You would say, I feel lonely. See, you have to have people, and don't wait for me in reverse. So it's like, please wait for me. What would you say about waiting for them? You would say, why can't I tell you the truth? Will this pain ever stop? And I'm obsessed with this. What's your truth? You're not telling the truth either. I can't make a decision. Is it over in reverse? What is your decision that you can't make? Drugs and alcohol in reverse. I want out in reverse, and I'm better with my mind than my heart. Can't make it up. They have hurt me. So somebody hurt this person. Spirit, please help. Please help. Please help. Like, what good am I? Alright. What good am I here? What good am I even doing here? Show me a little bit more about this, how it happened. Somebody said they were sorry because of wanting revenge about a date that you went on in the past. Or maybe a date. It looks like they wanted payback, revenge, for a night out with a table of two. So they said, I'm sorry that I wanted revenge. What's being hidden? That somebody's a workaholic in the spring. There's something that they don't know, but they actually do know. It's like they know they don't know how they know. All right, and what's being shown? Whoa, that in the summer, somebody's going to have some passionate, sexy times. And what's going to happen next? That you're going to come out of these chains and have your freedom. You're not going to be sorry for it either. What else is going to happen next? The answer is going to be no. The answer was no last winter because you were fake. You were phony. You're coming out of these chains, though, whoever you are. Why are you being so intertwined? Remember yesterday's song, Intertwined? Why is intertwined in the summer here? Because Spirit says, caution. It could have been last summer, but it's upright. This is somebody who made somebody a pinky promise that we're gonna be together this summer. Caution, they made a pinky promise. The answer was yes to the pinky promise. So yeah, they're planning on being together this summer, or were. What's gonna happen next? It just wasn't destiny. It's not destiny. It's not divine star-crossed. And somebody is going to end up being a victim. What else is going to happen next? Somebody's going to have a lot of faith and prayer and believe. And something's hidden right over here about the workaholic and the victim. What are they believing for? An offer, but they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. Why are they not going to get this offer? They're believing for it because of somebody being intoxicated. A thinker, that you remember the hermit, and unconditional, unwavering love. Somebody is drunk and I can't drink her off my mind. I can't forget about the cheating. Somebody cheated. And it looks like they're planning on doing it again this summer, to be honest with you. That's probably why the relationship is so tumultuous. Alright, Spirit, what else do I need to do here? Because I feel like I'm useless as hell. I'm not going to go much further. I'm going to just try to get some positivity from this situation, which I'm not seeing a whole lot of, to be honest with you. Somebody's in a big problem. Somebody's got problems. What is it that caused this that you might be able to work on at its core? Where did all this come from? Remember, somebody was moving. Alright, where did this all come from? Not being you. Remember yesterday it kept saying you're not being yourself. You need to be yourself. Hey Manu, you're trying to project a perfect image, but it's not really you. Be yourself. So you pretended to be someone you were not. That's why. Not being you. That's how. Maybe you just got out of your, like drugs can take us away from who we really are, and we become this monster. And that's what this reminds me of, like a scary movie type monster like Jason. Then somebody's name could be Jason. What's being hidden? That somebody is a victim. Or they play the victim. You feel helpless to change your life. But you can change whatever you want. And what's being shown? That there are age issues. And somebody's eye candy. Oh my God. So this person that they're wanting to be with this summer may be younger than you. What's going to happen next? This is awful. You're going to stop making excuses. You're with somebody for lust and not love. You're being cold. You feel like this is too hard. And you're being more than passive. Like you're being like, I don't give a fuck. Because you're not compatible with somebody. What's going to change this though? You having a fear of touch. You used to be afraid to be touched for some reason. And so you would not commit to other people. What, are you going to change? Or are you just going to keep staying this way? Somehow you're going to rush. I think you're going to actually be in a hurry. What are you trying to rush? Rejection. Being stuck in the past. Untrue stories. And not compatible. So you're trying to get away from somebody and you can't do it fast enough. Somebody's too attached to you though. It's like they do not want to let you go. Is what I feel. And this person is causing you to feel like a victim. They might be. That's some things you can work on if you want out of this. I'm going to try to get some more details real quick. What the hell's going on here? Show me what am I missing? What are the details that I'm missing? Somebody could be 52. Somebody has brown hair. And be vulnerable and open up. And that's what I was feeling before the reading. Like, whoever this is, they are not able to open up. They have something that keeps them from being able to open up. All right, what else? That's a lot of what else. There's karma here. Watch me rise. Somebody's not for you. They tell lies. And this in and out BS. I wouldn't put up with that. And they like to have kinky sex. Alright, what else? What else? Remember, you have this relationship. Ooh, that's a lot. You got a lot coming out. Needs are not being met. You are enough. Look before you leap. It's bad time. And remember, it's not time. Rise above and don't listen to others. Something happened in December and the springtime is here with a full moon. Number 47 and 50 could be significant also. Anything else out of this deck that's significant to this situation? Who are you talking to? There's somebody here with me that's got to get this message to you. Those felt like they fell out. I'm not going to take them. Spirit said, oh yes you are. You got a lot of shit with you, whoever you are. Somebody needs to surrender. Wish we were together. Somebody's in repair or something is. Death of a loved one. Damn it. You're going on a road trip. Make it happen. There's a hidden agenda, and there's a soulmate involved in this. One more time, I heard. Somebody has a fat ass. You need to pray about it. You have a higher calling on your life purpose. Your blessings are here. And yes, this is your twin flame came out also with love you first and betrayal on the bottom of the deck. Alright, so that's your details. Let's see what spiritual gifts are operating here. Your mirroring and your coins. So it looks like you're not mirroring. Somehow time is a factor. We keep seeing that over and over. I'm here to go one more time. There's an angel involved and butterfly, Scorpio, the transformation. Your loved ones in spirit. No shit, they've been bugging me all night to do this reading. Alright, let's see what the angels. What would you say, the one that's the loved one in spirit? No, the one that's death of a loved one. What would they say to their loved one if they could say something? What would they say? Whew. If you really knew me, you would know that we're not right together. We're incompatible. So they felt like if you knew them, you would not be right for each other. It wouldn't work with the two of you. My love life isn't really a priority at the moment. Their love life wasn't even a priority. Fill in the blank, and I'm not the person you make me out to be in your mind. So somehow you have ideas about this person that aren't true, is what they're saying. Angels. I gotta clean this table up some. Angels, how are you working here? I put that bottle to my head and pulled the trigger. Unity. Resurrecting something. Maybe somebody's going to be resurrected. There's grace, joy, and knowledge. What else? So you're going to learn something. Oh, there's your freedom right there. Powerful freedom. And there's a guardian angel over here that's helping you with this. Miracles are here. Outcome of the miracles that are here. Grace. Spirit's going to show you grace. And you're adored. You're loved. Or someone might be watching you. Alright, let's see. Sacred destiny, do your magic. What would you say to this person or whoever this is that's resonated? Somebody's getting every word of this. This is about simplicity. Keep it simple, stupid, I'm hearing. Get pure. Get yourself cleaned up. There's a gateway you need to go through. You need to get through the gateway to a different community. That's why you're moving. Anything else? Yeah, you're going to go on a voyage. And you won't take action right now. Be patient. You can't maybe take action right now. Oh, wow. Alright, more guidance from spellcasters. Anything from this deck, Spirit. You have a spirit guide bringing you blessings and teaching you about boundaries. Anything else? Your well-being. That's beautiful. Spirit's going to look after your well-being and help you look after your well-being. You're going to get closure and have happiness again. And have a new beginning. This old cycle is going to finally end for you. Hang in there. You're dealing with a tough situation. I can tell you that right now. Alright, Spirit. Can I get some guidance for whoever this is? Guidance, please. The Camel Boy in reverse and the Lady of the Mirror in reverse. Both of them came out in reverse. That's not necessarily a bad thing with these cards. It just depends on the card. I'm not real familiar with this deck. Okay. The Camel Boy challenges you to stop the course of action you're on and get with mundane chores. Nothing can happen right now to move you forward in your inquiry any more quickly. This is the time to chop wood and carry water. Attend to your home. Wash your car. Declutter your closet. A spring cleaning is in order. You may also need a spring cleaning of your thoughts. Meditation would help too. That said, if you do all the small things now, the big ones are accomplished as if by magic. And always when you stop trying to do it all at once and all by yourself. Remember, I said you can't do it by yourself. Another message is a warning to stop attempting to accomplish everything single-handedly, expecting that no one will ever come to help. Try letting them. Now is the time to relinquish control. Remember, you were trying to do it, fighting it all by yourself, and you were trying to control everything. And then the Lady of the Mirror, page 44. That couldn't be any more perfect for that reading. I'm telling you what, Spirit. These cards are something else. Okay. Reflection and nourishment. It's both the ally and the challenger. The Lady of the Mirror is both ally and challenger, asking you to see yourself in the mirror made by the events in your life. That's why the mirror was in reverse, because you're not mirroring somebody else. Spirit wants you to look at yourself. She represents the powerful force of the law of attraction and reminds you that what you are is what you attract. This isn't to say that you need to blame yourself for inviting transgressions, or if you find yourself a victim of a big picture event like the death of a loved one, say a war. This is distorted interpretation of this law. Certain events are fated to test our faith. Remember, you're going to have faith. Remember, find yourself within the web woven through your life. Your relationships, opportunities, desires, seeming failures, and success. Observe how you've responded to life's challenges, great and small, and beware of what is familiar in the present. Release all judgment and accept things exactly as they are with love. The Lady of the Mirror asks you to honor every part of your story as essential to your highest unfolding. Can you see yourself as being exactly where you need to be on your path? Do you love what you see in the mirror? Can you perceive your part in your reactions and the motives behind your current inquiry? You will find your answer in a thorough and honest self-appraisal. And see, you have your honor up here. This is like a higher level commitment of some sort. It could be a marriage. I don't know what it is for you. It could be some kind of recovery place that you get your recovery. I want to look at one more thing before I close. I'm going to do two readings. I'm going to do one at 11 Eastern Standard Time. And Kailash will be at that one. He said it was too early for the people in India for me to do a reading. I want to find out how you feel or how they feel. The person you're planning on having the affair with in the summer. Show me how they feel about you. They want to get established with you. Okay. How do you feel about them? You're avoiding them because of them sending you mixed signals, being a secret admirer, and rejecting you. You're afraid they'll reject you or they have rejected you. And you feel like they were pretending when they were dealing with you. So why do they want to get established? Because they're tired of the unexpected, the trouble and shock and unconditional love. How else do they feel? They feel like there's distance. And like there needs to be an awakening, understanding. What's the oh, here it is. It's a friendship. It's a friendship that's out of balance, and you're realizing this. What's out of balance besides the distance? Somebody is solitary and wants a second chance with only you. But they have too much pride, I think. Why did that come out in reverse? They're not telling you this. They're not being vulnerable because of consequences and clarity and memories. Anything else they feel for you? Confused. What are they confused about? They're puzzled about whether or not this will happen one day. because they feel like you have a resentment, and you probably might because of them sending you mixed signals and you're avoiding them. Do you think this might be able to happen one day? How do you feel about that? You feel like that this is somebody from a past life and they're dishonest with you, and there's a lot of tension. Might be somebody outside cutting my grass. So what to change here? May I see, please? There were obstacles. All right. There needs to be no obstacles. So get rid, and you're having to wait. Get rid of the obstacles that are causing you to have to wait. And what will be the outcome? I hear an auto. You'll have stability, and you'll put away the computer. And there won't be something strictly sexual either. What will there be besides stability? Support. You'll go slow, but you'll have support. And this is protected. What's protected? A new love. Why is it in reverse? Because of forgiveness, regret, and a past life love. And it looks like you have hurt them. I don't see where they... And look, somebody's marriage is here. Anything else we need to know here, Spirit? There's addiction. We saw that. Take a leap of faith with the addiction. You're protected. Outcome of your leap of faith. Somebody will retreat. They'll have integrity, and they're not using their intuition about different pages. Clarify why they're not using their intuition about boundaries. What do you mean they're not using intuition about boundaries? That's what's not protected. And there's passion here. If you don't use your intuition about setting boundaries, then you won't be protected. Okay? Anything else? You need to learn to trust. That's a spiritual lesson, and you have to have patience and take care of yourself. One more time I'm hearing. Whoops. The guy said he was coming to cut my grass today. Somebody's on different pages. Can you show me what that means? I see that you're not on the same page. It's like you want to get settled with this person. It's not fate, and you're awakening to that. And this is a warning, Spirit says. What's the warning? That you get a second chance. Warning, second chance. Clarify what you mean by that. You have children, and you need to have acceptance about an apology. Alright, I'm going to leave it at that. I got to get dressed and go get this guy some money out of the ATM for cutting my grass today. I think I got 30 bucks in cash. Alright. Oh wait, card left in here. Wait a minute. Something's going on right now. What's going on right now? I didn't even see that. Somebody has a lot of regret. Why do you have regret? Because of that warning. So you had a warning about a second chance and you did not heed the warning. So what's going to be the outcome? Fate. You're on different pages. Whatever the outcome is fate. It's out of your hands. Alright. Oh, God, what a reading. I hope that whatever I did here gave you some kind of help. I don't know how, but I hope that it did. And I'm going to take a break and come back at 11 and do another reading. It'll be a different reading. It will not be the same. This was just something that I've done. And I'm sorry for whoever you are. You're definitely struggling. I see that. Spirit said to look at one more thing. And then I'm going to close. Okay? Let me get my money deck out here. What's going on with the money here? You're not activating new gifts. What do they need to do different? It has to do with working, okay? So what would happen if they would work on whatever you want them to work on? They would, you would maybe be a teacher, an outcome of being this teacher. There we go, okay. You would have a shift on social media. Outcome of your shift on social media. Sports and being a designer. You have a gift, but you're not using it. Anything else they need to know? You're a mechanic and you're not getting recognition for it. You could also probably sell something. Outcome of recognition for this mechanic. You're an artist who would leave a legacy. You have a gift, but you're not using it. Alright, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to let you handle whatever you got to handle. And I'll be back in a little while with another reading with a different vibe than this one, because this one was heavy. This one kept me up all night, and I hate when that happens. I probably should have got up and done it sooner. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Prayer, please, before I close. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Alright, you guys, I'll see you at 11, and I'll answer all your questions then. Come back then, please. What's up, man? Are you still here? What's up, Manu? Are you still with me, Manu? Hey, baby. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I got to run to the ATM in Vanceboro. What's your question? I'm going to answer one for you. Cheryl, if you have one, I love you too, baby. Let me look and see if the guy's here cutting my grass. I don't hear him. There's nobody here. There's nobody here. If he comes, it'll probably be later. I don't know what my dog was barking at. It could have been part of the reading. You know how that goes. Alright, so Manu goes first. What's going on with my mental health? Oh, baby. Spirit, talk to Manu. I don't even know. Whew, that's a tough question, sweetheart. I'm going to look at it from the shaman's dream and see what comes out for you. Can you speak to Manu about mental health? Cheryl, if you feel like it, you can line them up. Alright, Manu, we got a lot going on here, baby. Oh. Do you remember me saying something about a mask? You remember the Jason mask? There it is. I'm reading these all in the upright. They don't come out. They do come out in reverse, but not in the book. All right, 38, 9, 51, and 12. Okay, you're good, Cheryl, baby. I got it, and I will be back at 11. I'm good. I got it. No problem. I'm only going to answer a few because I got to take a break before the next one. Okay, Manu, the authentic self, energizing internal allies. I love you, Cheryl. And yes, okay, good. I'll see you when you come back, baby. We live in a world where everyone we see wears a mask. We wear these masks to cover up and protect who we really are. We learn to do so because we've been conditioned to try to appear a certain way to fit into society. Masks allow us to belong, so we remain within the confines of what is expected. This came out in yesterday's reading also, if you haven't seen it. Masks are not inherently bad. Rather, they provide context and structure for our personalities and soul's expression. Some of us might believe that a particular mask fixed and hardened onto us is our permanent face. We forget that we are living beings with a multitude of faces, enabling us to experience a fuller, more vibrant world. Your authentic essence doesn't want to be constrained by others' expectations anymore. Now is the time to strip away the mask you've accepted and discover who you really are. A new self is emerging, and your perception changes as you adopt new ways of being. Right now, it's really important to allow yourself to experiment, to experience the world in all its myriad potentials and possibilities. possibilities. Try on different masks and let yourself be fluid and curious. How will you know what you love and what you resonate with if you don't take off the mask you've always worn and test drive some new ones? Your authentic essence will never change. It will only express itself differently through these optional selves. Through trial and error, you discover more and more about who you want to become. What would it feel like to explore this side of you? Anything is possible if you're willing to open up your potential. You truly can move beyond the barriers that society has set. Use your imagination and step into the magic. So what I'm getting from this for you is that you're going through somewhat of an identity phase where you're trying to find your identity. And you're trying on different selves to see which one feels most natural. You may be going through a bit of an identity crisis, but if you are, just keep trying different masks to see which one is really you, okay? And the one that feels most comfortable. For different people, you might be different. I mean, that's how society creates, are these differences that we have to put on. Like, you know, if you go to a family gathering, you're going to be one way, and if you're partying with friends, you're going to be a whole different Manu, right? But who is the real Manu behind all of those masks, and which one feels most authentic, okay? And then number 9, dances on one foot, balancing, resourcefulness, and saying yes to life. When dances on one foot shows up, you are called to find a new balance. And see, this is that Libra full moon we're having, or we just had. Just as a dancer moves gracefully into each pose, no matter how precariously balanced a step might seem, you must bring equanimity to the situation before you, no matter how thorny or difficult a relationship seems. If you are putting too much effort into managing your life, work, relationship, family, and digital media, you are missing the point. You have to be dancing while juggling your entire life, knowing that at any time half of it is going to be up in the air. It's not that you are doing too much and find it impossible to catch up. Rather, it's that you are confusing readiness with preparation. You will never be fully prepared for all the challenges in life, but you can be ready to say yes to a new invitation the universe offers you. Live in a state of yes to spirit and no to everything not infused with life, romance, vitality, and the sacred. You will be surprised by how quickly your load lightens when you hold true to this lesson. You are challenged now to work with the resources available to you and not be seduced by the belief, if only I had more. Life has provided you with everything you need to accomplish your goals and fulfill your mission. When it feels like you're losing your balance, do not contract, holding your arms close to your chest, for you will fall. Instead, that's your faith and believing. Reach out and extend them fully, saying yes to Spirit's steadying hand. Okay? So when you're feeling overwhelmed and like you can't juggle it all, don't try to control. Lift your hands out. They will balance you because Spirit will hold you steady. Okay? Stars in the sky. You have limitless possibilities, Spirit wants you to know. It looks like you might meditate, or you need to meditate. When you look up into the velvety dark blanket of the night sky covering the vast expanse of space, can you count all the stars twinkling above? Can you imagine that you are only glimpsing a teeny sliver of what is actually there? There is the domain of limitless potentiality and never-ending sea of potential that you yourself are made of and have now at your disposal. Your life right now is alive with possibility and needs your clear focus to hone in on what adventure or exploration most calls to you. It's time to choose and not be distracted by the magnitude of what may be. Be here now. Gather your thoughts and your most cherished dreams. Focus on the brightest star in your never-ending sky and take small steps, small movements toward calling this glittering potential into reality. If you can imagine this and hold that vision, you will summon all the celestial helpers to guide and aid you in bringing this into fruition. Keep your focus on the essence of potential rather than the form of it. The universe has its own ideas of how to best serve you and all of us at the same time. Trust this as fact rather than theory, and you ought not be surprised when your dreams come true, for they surely will, exactly how you need them to. So rather than having this picture of how everything should happen, just know that it's going to be beautiful and that it's going to be in this particular direction or that particular direction or whatever direction Spirit wants you to go in. But it's going to be shown to you. I think Spirit is really trying to show you the direction to take your life in next. You have gone through a shift in the energies around you. I feel the shift. I feel like you're coming out of that place where you had been held captive for so long, and Spirit's going to guide you to the next phase. I think you may have been going through your Saturn return, baby. You may struggle with this your whole life, though. I mean, I don't know if you have mental health issues, but make sure if you're supposed to take medicine that you take it and that you don't self-medicate, okay? Dragon's Horde. Oh, baby. In the Dragon's Horde, jewels and precious objects scatter the ground, while ancient scrolls inscribed with the wisdom teachings lie within reach. This is a rich opportunity. See, this is what you don't see coming. And you can fill your satchel with the treasures you like best. Take the gifts offered you and dedicate them to the well-being of all, beginning with your own. But beware, all that glitters is not gold. Select the precious treasures that will further your spiritual growth and avoid the shiny objects that are empty of real value. Know that the hoard does not belong to you. It belongs to our grandchildren. What is the inheritance that you wish to leave for tomorrow? What seeds are you planting that you will harvest in your old age? When you are weary, what seeds will bear fruit after you are no longer here? The dragon guards the legacy of the future. All who come empty-handed or to fill only their own pockets with gold lie in a dusty heap of bones. You have been allowed entrance by virtue of your kindness or your spiritual practice. Remember, I said you meditate, you do something that's pleasing, or by sheer luck. Consider as well that your present this moment is the future to the dragon. You may be the one we have all been waiting for, so do not hesitate to take what bequest has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. This is the time to be bold. Do not delay or overthink. Remember to bring an offering for the dragon, lest it believe you are its lunch. A simple prayer will do. Remember prayer. So you're going to be given access to the gifts that we are going to leave to our grandchildren. And when you take these gifts, you're going to take what will, not just the shiny objects, but what will carry you further on your spiritual quest. You're on a spiritual quest, okay? That's what I see for your mental health. I hope that was helpful to you. Long reading, wasn't it? Spirit has a lot to say to you, but you've been through so much. And it looks like the energy has finally shifted for better days, Manu. A lot of depression. Check with your doctor, okay? And see if there's something that they can do to help you, okay? And I'll see you soon. I love you so much. Thank you for coming back time after time and letting me read for you. Check with your doctor, though, about that depression. There's no harm in getting medication for it. if you're able. Alright, Space Cowboy, am I destined to accomplish great things in life? I want to hear your opinion and Spirit's opinion. I think so. I do. What is it that Space... Let's look at another deck. Where is it? I forgot where I put it. It's over here somewhere. Hang on a second. Here it is. Okay. Is Space Cowboy... What great things... I'm not going to say is. I'm going to say what. What great things are Space Cowboy destined to accomplish in life? Great things for Space Cowboy. Can you give directions for it? I think we're all destined for great things. Spirit says that the timing is a factor, Space Cowboy. It's all in the timing right now. Pull another card to see if you need to do it now, wait a while, or make a different decision. Alright, so which is it? Does he need to wait now or get a different decision? Which is it? On the table. Ooh, baby, I would say now. I would say now is the time. It's time to put it all on the table. Time to put your demands on the table and get serious about what you want. Ask for a raise, a promotion, or a step up. So if you want to get a step up in life, now is the time to ask for it, Spirit's saying. And there will be rewards. You are cashing in on all the good work you've done. Raises, bonuses, and prosperity are coming in. Keep going and keep growing. And outside forces, unknown figures are driving the situation, and you may not be able to control the outcome. This cycle will shift soon, and you will be okay. So I think that this is about time, and whatever outside forces have been driving your situation, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. I'll see you later, baby. It's going to shift for you in the right time. And Spirit says, when you know it's time, put it all out there. And I think it's saying that it is time now. Let's ask Spirit. Is it time now or should he wait? May I have an answer, please? Is it time now? Is it time? Spirit said there's a need for improving health. Right now you have to wait, okay? And there's a situation with health. This could be mental health that needs to improve. But once that's improved, or whatever you're going through has improved, I think you're going through something. Once that's improved, then you put everything out on the table, and you're going to get the rewards. Right now there's something holding you back that's out of your control. But once you gain control of that, you're going to have a very prosperous future. Okay? Alright. Was there anybody that I missed? Cheryl was here, bless her heart. Hey, Manya! Are you still here? Hey, baby. Alright. I think that's everybody, unless somebody tells me they want me to answer a question. I'm going to say going once, going twice. I'm going to give you just a couple more seconds in case you had any second thoughts or you just needed a minute to get your question typed. And if not, I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be back with another reading. It's already been posted and I hope you'll be able to join me again. If not, maybe the earlier session was better for you and I'm glad that I could accommodate both. I love you guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, okay? And don't forget to keep Cheryl in your prayers. She's had a tragedy in her family and lost her nephew yesterday morning, okay? I love you so much. You're welcome, baby. Pray for Cheryl, okay?